Hello everyone, I'm Worrywart Critter Alex. I have over 1,200 games and debilitating anxiety about the future. Today I am back with my second pickups video. I've got about 15 games, I probably should have counted them. Not in any order. They are stacked based on size so that the pile doesn't fall over. So they are gravitationally ordered. Before we get into it, I just want to say, like and subscribe. If you like the video, I really do want to keep making these videos. It's a lot of fun. I really want to grow the channel. I'm very excited about the stuff I have planned in the future. I also have a Patreon. It's $5 a month. There's not a ton on there right now, but it is the best way to support me if you want to help me continue doing what I do. So yeah, this is my second pickups video. It's the second time I've ever bought video games. I bought about 600 each time. No. But yeah, let's just get right into it. As I said, these are gravitationally ordered. So starting with the smallest and weirdest shaped cartridges, because they'd be harder to stack stuff on. We got the Fireman, which is a Super Famicom game that I believe is like a top-down kind of puzzle adventure type of deal where you're just trying to put out a fire. I think it's like kind of optimized for co-optimized, if you will. It's just, it seems really cool, and also seems like it has amazing pixel art in it, so I'm very excited to play it. I also just really love this cover. I love how all the primary colors work together. Very cool. It's a game I've heard a lot about. My second Super Famicom game is Super Birdie Rush. I've never heard of this game. It was like $6, so why not buy it? And look at that dude on the cover. When you see a dude on the cover like that, that's awesome. I don't know. I love the style. If it looks even remotely like that, I'm going to love this game. I love golf games. I'm very easy to please. So yeah, this one should be fun. Next up, we've got a singular Switch game, which is Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl Gold Edition. This is a level 5, dungeon crawling, I believe roguelike, but might just mainly be a dungeon crawler. It got, decent reviews, 6 or 7 out of 10s, but it was, $20, and I'm willing to pay $20 for a decent RPG from a company I like. And yeah, I don't know, it seems like a very cute little art style, typical level 5 stuff. Excited to try this one out. Next up, we got some regular SNES games. The first one was a huge one, Sim Ant. I wanted this game for so long. It's such a silly concept, it's just Sim City, but with an ant colony. People do seem to actually like this game. I need a SNES mouse. I think it'll make my experience with this game a lot better. It's one I've had my eye out for a long time, and I'm happy to have finally found it. Second SNES game. This one's complete in box. It is Aladdin. I've already beat this game on the Disney Classics collection on the Switch. This is definitely my favorite version of the Aladdin game. It's way, way better than the Sega Genesis version. If you disagree with me, go back and play both in modern day. Tell me I'm wrong. This game plays so much better. It's legit one of my favorite 16-bit platformers. It's so fun. I highly recommend this one if you have slept on it. One of the greatest licensed games of all time, and I'm super happy to have found it complete in box. It's not expensive in box, so why not pick it up? Souvenir for one of my favorite 16-bit platformers, and I probably will play it at some point too. Next up, we got 2 Dreamcast games, 2 of my most coveted Dreamcast games. I'm starting to get close to solving the Dreamcast library, getting all the games I want for it. There aren't a ton, just because a lot are expensive or they've been re-released to easier ways to play them. But these 2, that's not the case for them. First one is Egg Elemental Gimmick Gear, which is a top-down adventure, kind of Zelda-ish game with a really, really cool looking art style. This game is kind of expensive, but I found it at a place that was having a sale, so I got it for pretty cheap relative to what it usually goes for. And yeah, it's just one I've been wanting to find for a long time. Second Dreamcast game for this video is Super Magnetic Neo, which is a 3D platformer type of deal on the Sega Dreamcast. I really like the art style on this one too. It seems super colorful, and I know it wasn't a Sega game, but a very blue sky Sega vibes on this one. Very excited to finally have it. Another one of those Dreamcast games I've just wanted since I got Dreamcast, pretty much. Next up, we got 2 PS1 games. These ones are huge. First one is Digimon Card Battle. Like most Digimon games, it's got 5 out of 10. I'll probably love it. It'll probably be one of my favorite games of all time. I don't know why people hate on Digimon games so much. I didn't know this one existed. I love card battling games, so it's super cool that there is a Digimon one. I'm not shocked that it exists. I'm just shocked that I didn't know it existed. But yeah, I picked this one up. Very excited to try it out. I've been playing a lot of card game RPGs recently. I'm sure this one will be another great one in the world of Digimon, one of the greatest worlds to exist in. And the proof that we live in one of the greatest worlds to exist in is that Punky Skunk exists. I had never heard of this game. It was kind of expensive, more expensive than I would usually want to pay for a random 2D platformer on the PS1. But it's called Punky Skunk. That is so fun. I could not say no to that. So I picked it up. And yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I love this character. I love the name. I love the colors. This just seems like such an awesome game that I had no idea existed. Next up, got 2 DS games and a 3DS game. First 2DS game. Nope, the first DS game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Darkness. I need to play the Mystery Dungeon games more. I've really only played Super Mystery Dungeon, which I do like. And yeah, I think it is a cool gameplay loop. It's definitely one of the more interesting Pokemon spin-offs, although it is in good company. There are a lot of great Pokemon spin-offs. But I feel like Explorers of Darkness and Explorers of Sky are like probably the most coveted Mystery Dungeon games. So I'm very excited to have this one. It also has Chimchar on the cover. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. That's always a plus. Next up is a legendary game, Chrono Trigger. I've wanted to play this game for so long. Obviously, everybody says it's like the greatest game ever. The DS version just makes way more sense to buy because it's not super expensive. You know, it's kind of pricey, but it's like $100 compared to like 1,000 or something on the SNES. So yeah, definitely gonna play it this way. Definitely the premier way to play it at this point in time, and I'm very excited to be able to do that. And then we got Bit Trip Saga, which this cover really looks like it says Bit Trip Gaga. It does not look like that's an S. But this is like a cute little pixely auto runner series. It seems like this collection also exists on like a ton of different consoles. So I was not sure really where to get it. I knew I wanted to try the series out. And I was like, why not the 3DS? I don't get to get a lot of 3DS games a lot because I feel like most of the games I want for the library I already have. So yeah, it's cool when I'm able to get something new for it. And yeah, that's those 3 games. Let's move on to some of the more modern stuff I got. We got one PS4 game, which is the Sexy Brutale, which is like a puzzle trap setting game, I think, where you're trying to like trap people or mess with them or something in a house. I really like the name. I really like the vibes of this game. It just seems like there's a very cool art style to it. And yeah, just one of those cool little indie games that people kind of sleep on. I'm excited to try it out. I've been trying to buy some games that are a little more out of my wheelhouse. I don't play a lot of like almost point-and-click adventure-y puzzle type games. This, I think, is in that kind of wheelhouse. So yeah, excited to try it out. Now we got 4 PS5 games. First one is Sandland. Obviously the last game with Akira Toriyama's art in it, I think. That's how it was touted at the time. Based on an anime that really was not very popular over here or even like really localized at all. And it's like a vehicle combat action RPG type of deal. I've heard pretty mixed things about it. But, you know, I just really want it for the art, and I think I will like it. I'm okay with, like, a more simple, kind of laid-back RPG. Next up, we got Visions of Mana. I have not played any of the Mana series, but this one looks really cool. I have a bunch of them. I just need to actually play them, but, you know, I'm getting to it. Yeah, I'm excited to have this one. It just came out, like, a couple weeks ago. I don't usually get games that new, but I picked it up because it was in front of me, and I decided to do it. That is the best explanation of why I have this game that I can offer. I really like the vibes of the Mana series. It seems super colorful and super well designed. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into it. Maybe this will be my starting point. Maybe it won't be. We'll see. Next up, another game that's kind of out of my typical range. Road 96. I've heard this game described as everything from a visual novel to a roguelike, and sometimes both. I don't really know what it is beyond you're driving and you make decisions about something. So yeah, I don't know. I like cars. That's why I got this game. And I want to give it a chance because it is not a type of game I generally play, and I've heard really good things about it, and it's pretty cheap, and I like playing my PS5. So yeah, that's why I have this one. And the final PS5 game is right up my wheelhouse. That is Fishing North Atlantic Complete Edition, which has the Scallops DLC. That's huge. I would not play this. I don't play any game that doesn't have scallops in it, so I'm glad this one does. And obviously this is like a fishing game. It's kind of expensive. Price charting says it's like $15. That's not true. You will not. I've never seen it for less than 40, and it's going up. It seems like I don't care about that. Don't buy into the hype. This game will probably be $10 in a year. But it is like a fishing game mixed with like a management sim where you're deep sea fishing and you have to decide, you know, like what type of fish you target, who your crew members are. You can probably upgrade your boat, things like that. So it's a cool twist on a fishing game, and it's gotten pretty good reviews, so I'm excited to try it out. I love fishing games. Then to end this video off, we got 2 Wii games. The first one is Dewey's Adventure. I paid $0 for this game because it was just in a pile at GameStop that they couldn't take in for whatever reason. I think this disc was a little scratched. It's not too bad, and I can resurface it if needed. But yeah, this is like a monkey ball type game, I think, where you're just moving the platform around to make Dewey, the dewdrop, roll around. Very cute. very fun little Wii game that I'm excited to try out. And then lastly, we got Murumasa the Demon Blade. This game's been on my wish list forever. I just never really found it. I forget why. I completely forget actually why I was going to buy this game. It seems like it's a 2D action, maybe RPG type of deal. Oh, it's Vanillaware. So yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why it was on my list. It's also because it was a Vanillaware game. We solved it. That's why. I think there's a newer version on like the PS Vita, but I'm pretty sure it's like pretty expensive. So I'll just get the slightly older one on the Wii. That's way cheaper. Why not? And yeah, I'm excited to try it out. Seems very cool. So yeah, those are my recent pickups. Thank you guys for watching. I'll definitely make more videos like this because I buy video games sometimes, believe it or not. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day.